you didn't get the job. But it wasn't because you weren't qualified. The best candidate doesn't always get hired. The best interviewer does. I have coached hundreds of professionals who were brilliant at their job, but not very good at selling themselves in interviews. Today, I'm sharing the exact framework that turns nervous experts into confident candidates who get offers. I'm Bahar SELMAN. After spending over a decade leading global marketing teams, now I'm coaching high-performing professionals. I have cracked the code on what actually works in job interviews. Here is what I have learned. Most career advice is garbage. Be yourself. Show enthusiasm. That's not a strategy. That's just a wishful thinking. I'm about to share the exact system my clients use to land jobs they actually want. Not hope, not luck, system. Here is what you will get in this video. The 3 pillars every winning interview needs. The story framework that makes you unforgettable. How to handle questions that destroy most candidates. If you are tired of being the smartest person who doesn't get hired, keep watching. First of all, stop thinking interviews are tests you have to pass. Most people walk in thinking, I hope they like me. I hope I'm good enough. Please don't let me mess up. This is wrong. Here is the shift that changes everything. You are not begging for a job. You are solving their problem. They called you because they are stuck. They need someone to fill a role, hit targets, fix issues. And don't forget, you are not desperate. You are the solution. Every winning interview rests on 3 pillars: competency, compatibility, and chemistry. Most candidates focus on competence only, proving they can do the job. That's the table stakes. You need all 3. Pillar 1, competence, proving you can do the job. This isn't about listing your skills. Anyone can do that. It's about demonstrating your competence through powerful storytelling. Here is the framework I want you to use. It is called SOAR framework. When you are talking about your achievements, S stands for situation. Set the scene. Obstacles. What challenges did you face? Actions. What specific steps did you take? Results. What was the measurable outcome? Instead of saying, I am good at problem solving, you should say, when our biggest client threatening to leave due to service issues, I had 48 hours to turn things around. I assembled a cross-functional team, implemented a 24-hour response protocol, and personally called the client every day for 2 weeks. And the results, not only did we keep the client, but they increased their contract by 30% the following quarter. Did you see the difference? You are not telling them you are competent. You are actually proving it. You are telling a story. Second pillar, compatibility. Showing you fit the culture. This is where your research pays off. You need to understand their values, their culture, their way of working. But here is what most people get wrong. They try to be what they think the company wants. Don't do that. Instead, find the authentic overlap between who you are and what they value. If they value innovation, share a story about how you have driven the change. If they prioritize collaboration, talk about how you have built successful teams. Pillar 3, chemistry, making them want to work with you. This is the secret sauce that most people miss. Chemistry is not about being likable. It's about being memorable and creating connection. Be genuinely curious. Ask questions that show you are thinking strategically about their business. Instead of, what is the culture like? Ask, what are the big opportunities you see this role in the next 12 months? But even with the right pillars, here is one element that makes or breaks your interview performance. This is strategic storytelling. Here is something crucial. People don't remember facts. They remember stories. You need to have at least 4 to 5 powerful stories ready that demonstrate different competencies. They should be your greatest hits, moments where you delivered exceptional results, overcame significant challenges, or demonstrated leadership. But here is the key. These stories need to be crafted, not just recalled. Let me show you how this thing works. Bad storytelling sounds like, I manage a team and we hit our targets. Strategic storytelling sounds like this. 3 months into my role as a team lead, I inherited a group that had missed their quarterly targets for 6 straight quarters. Morale was low and 2 key people had already given notice. I knew I had to act fast. I spent the first week doing one-on-ones with each team member to understand the real issues, not just the surface problems. What I discovered was that they felt disconnected from the bigger picture and didn't understand how their work contributed to company goals. So, I implemented weekly strategy sessions where we connected daily tasks to quarterly objectives. And I created a visual dashboard showing our progress in real time. Within 90 days, we not only hit our targets, but exceeded them by 15%. More importantly, most team members who had given notice decided to stay. Do you notice the difference? The second story has specific context and stakes, clear obstacles, concrete actions taken, measurable results, human elements create connection. Practice your stories until they flow naturally. Include sensory details. Make the interviewer feel like they were there with you. And always end with the impact. Numbers, percentages, measurable outcomes. That makes your stories credible and compelling. Now, even with great stories, every interview has those moments that test you. Here is how to handle most common interview questions. What is your biggest weakness? Here, don't give them the I'm a perfectionist nonsense. Give them something real, but follow it with what you are doing about it. I used to struggle with delegating because I wanted to ensure quality. I have learned that by investing time upfront in clear communication and check-in systems, I can maintain standards while empowering my team. In my last role, this approach helped me scale our output by 200% while actually improving quality metrics. Why are you leaving your current role? Keep it positive and forward-focused. Never badmouth about your current employer. I have accomplished what I set out to do in my current role. We have exceeded targets for 3 consecutive quarters, and I have built a high-performing team. I am ready for the next challenge, and this opportunity excites me. It allows me to apply my skills in a new context while taking on greater strategic responsibility. Another question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Show ambition, but make it about value creation, not just personal advancement. I see myself having a significant impact on organizations' growth trajectory. Ideally, having built and led initiatives that drive measurable results. I want to be known as someone who not only delivers on objectives, but also develops others and contributes to the company's long-term success. Key with tough questions. Pause, think, then answer with confidence. It's better to take a moment than to ramble. But here is something most people completely overlook. Asking questions at the end of every interview. They will ask, do you have any questions for us? This is not a formality. It's your moment. It's your opportunity to shine. Most candidates ask basic questions. What is the culture like? What are the benefits? These questions scream, I'm just looking for any job. Here are types of questions that separate good candidates from the great ones. What would success look like in this role after the first 90 days? What are the challenges facing the team right now? How does this role contribute to the company's strategic objectives? What opportunities do you see for innovation or improvement in this area? What qualities do your most successful people in this role share? These questions show you are thinking like a leader, not just a job seeker. I had a client who asked, if you could wave a magic wand and solve one problem in this department, what would it be? The hiring manager spent 10 minutes explaining their challenges, and my client was able to share a relevant experience where she would solve a similar problem. She got the offer next week. Questions should demonstrate that you have done your homework and you are thinking strategically about their business. Here is what I want you to remember. You wouldn't be in that room if you weren't qualified. They have already seen your resume. They know your background. The interview is about confirming what they already suspect, that you are the right person for the job. So don't go in trying to convince them you are worthy. Go in to confirm that you are the solution they have been looking for. Before your next interview, research deeply, prepare your SOR stories, practice out loud, and prepare strategic questions that show you are thinking about their business, not the job. Remember, interviewing is a skill. The more you practice, the better you get. You have valuable skills and unique experiences. The interview is simply your opportunity to show them what they are already hoping to find. What is your biggest interview challenge? Is it nerves, storytelling, or handling tough questions? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one and I often create content based on your questions. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more career acceleration strategies. I post new videos every week to help ambitious professionals like you get the recognition and opportunities you deserve. Next opportunity is just one great interview away. Now, go show them why they would be lucky to have you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.